give it a sec. All right, so I think we are good and we are live. Hello, hello. All right,
Hello.
everyone. We have Amanda with us today, and Amanda is a graduate of the Loyo Method program. Hi, Amanda.
Hello.
How are you this lovely day?
Yeah, good. Staying warm. So
amazing.
Yes.
So why don't you introduce yourself so everyone has an opportunity to know just a little bit about you, where you're from, a little bit, just a background, and then I'll ask you a couple questions and we'll keep it cash and, you know, have a nice little conversation.
Yeah. So I am from Nebraska. I've always lived here, and I work at an orthopedic clinic. I just turned 40 in October, and I think that was kind of the trigger to invest in the Loyo method. I have always, like since junior high, struggled with being overweight. I've gone through multiple different systems and methods, like counting calories, counting fat grams, Weight Watchers, my Fitness Pal, and I was definitely successful for several years, like in my 20s and early 30s. And even after I had 2 kids, I have a 4.5-year-old and an 8-year-old. And I was on super restrictive diets with them while I was nursing, just because they couldn't tolerate things. And after I was done nursing the 4.5-year-old, when he was like a 1.5 years old, I don't know. I did not nurse till he was 4.5. No, thank you. Anyways, like the diet with him was so restrictive that I definitely went into just binging on everything that wasn't allowed while I was nursing him. And next thing you know, like after both pregnancies, I dropped back to my pre-pregnancy weight with no problem, but the weight came on super quick when I was done nursing him, and getting it back off was next to impossible. And so again, I tried like all of these different ways, and I've always been consistent in exercising, and the weight just would not come off. And then one day the Loyo method just like popped up in my Facebook feed somehow, and I clicked for more information and I found you. And it's been a good journey. So
awesome.
yeah.
That's a great background for yourself. Tell me a little bit about, oh, I know, I can remember. Tell me a little bit about making the decision.
As like
to come and join and to invest in yourself.
Yeah, it was like, I would say that most people feel like I would be a healthy eater, but there were still the times that I felt like I was ravenously out of control, scavenging for food. I would not say binging necessarily, but and just craving all of the junk food. And like deep down, I knew that that was not healthy. And it just kind of kept going through like, why are you doing this? And just in knowing about other programs, like you can still eat garbage on Weight Watchers and be within your point quotient, but you're not satisfied. And you can still sometimes lose weight, but like just deep down, you know, that's really not fueling your body. And so I think the thing with Loyo for me was I definitely wanted to get to more unprocessed foods and start to make healthy choices that my kids would be seeing and learning. And just make better choices for myself as I was headed into like a whole new decade. I did not want to head into my 40s feeling sluggish and not comfortable in my own skin and just not happy with how things were going. And so I've always read labels like the calories and the fats, but the other thing that was really a big selling point for me was like learning how to actually read labels for the content and the quality, not the quantity. Like not just looking at the calories, but what's really making up a product. And learning how to determine good fats and like fat grams are not necessarily scary. So, and I feel like I've definitely learned that and it's been very helpful.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about your, I guess, some of your like aha moments and some of your big wins.
Before Loyo, I struggled with heartburn a lot and I had no idea why. I tried to figure out what was causing it. And once I went through the detox and really have been sticking to more unprocessed whole foods, I've not had heartburn, haven't had to take medications for that. And I've definitely been sleeping better and solid at night. So that has been a very welcome success. And one of my big aha moments was just finally coming to like reality with myself. I definitely had the mentality of, oh, it's just one little cheat, or, you know, like, yes, I want one little mini sized candy bar. It won't hurt that bad. But realizing the aggregate effects of if you do that every day, it does like build up in your system, and really trying to change perspective. Like, yes, you can have a sweet or a treat, but not necessarily needed every day, and go for quality, not just the junk like snack sized candy bar that's laying around.
One of the things you had mentioned to me like a couple months ago was, how do I put that? So like one of the successes that you mentioned to me, she said, you know, I give myself a lot more grace, you know, if I screw up, right, and we have this label like I cheat, I screw up, right? Which basically just means like if I enjoy an indulgence, right? But what you said was if I screw up, I don't have to work out or do something to make up for it. And it was very liberating to not feel so guilty if I chose intentionally to eat a little candy or to eat a cookie or whatever. And that feeling of liberation and freedom and not having to like self-punish. I just wanted to like commend you for that, because I remember you were saying stuff like that, and that's awesome, like that feeling.
Yeah, that was a really good perspective, because I definitely had more of the mentality like, oh, we had pizza for dinner last night, I've got to get to the gym and exercise. And I've also been able to just have more perspective. Like exercising is fine and it feels good, but doing it more for the benefits of like energy and just feeling strong, or gaining muscle mass or things like that, but not so much as you have to do it to lose or maintain weight. And it doesn't have to be every day. It can be however many times a week you decide is doable.
What was your favorite part of this program?
I really think like learning the different, like evaluating, learning how to intuitively look at foods and not tracking as far as keeping track of calories, and paying more attention to, I'm hungry for an avocado, so I'm going to have one, and we're not going to worry about the calories, but pay attention to, it makes me feel full longer, so it's fine to be eating healthy food. And just really noticing when you eat more quality foods, you're not as hungry, and just really paying attention to like still food journaling, but in a whole different way. Like, and that's how I started realizing, like, I slept really good last night. I've slept really good for the last couple of weeks, and I haven't had heartburn. And so journaling from a different perspective, not tracking strictly and measuring everything for the calories and the fat content. So
Awesome. So one more question for you. What would you tell, if there was a woman in your shoes watching this right now, what would you tell her if she struggled with what you struggled with?
it's a whole different lifestyle mindset change. Like, I knew how to do all of the calorie counting, and it wasn't getting me anywhere except banging my head against the wall, and really realizing that my body needs fuel, not just empty calories. And having young kids, I also want them, like, I want to model that for my kids, have them see eating foods that are going to make you healthy and strong. I don't want my little girl growing up watching me like struggling and looking at the scale all the time, or weighing and measuring out food. And if we go for ice cream, oh, I can't have that because it's not on my diet. Like, I definitely don't want her growing up with the diet mentality, but yeah, we haven't had ice cream for a long time and we're celebrating. So let's all go get ice cream, and enjoy it, and just not have so much of the emotional attachment to food. And other programs have not, they don't do that.
Amazing. Awesome. I just actually talked about that a little bit in the Loyo Method information session, which we just had today. And one of my whys was to be that role model for my kids in healthy and balanced lifestyles, which does not mean restrictive, which does not mean no ice cream, right? Like, we live a half a block from Dairy Queen. It's, we love it. But there's a place for balance, and there's a place for role modeling good behavior and good, emotional well-being that doesn't involve sneaking candy or, you know, feeling like it's shameful or feeling bad because you ate a cookie. And, you know, showing up as that mom that you want because you do have the energy and you do have the patience and you feel alive and confident in yourself again. Right. So I think that, I mean, that resonates with me for sure. And I'm sure that resonates with a lot of women tell me those same things. Like, I just want to be a really good role model for my kids, in addition to their own well-being. So awesome. Amanda, thank you. It's so lovely to see your face. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I so appreciate you. Congratulations on everything and all of your wins and your continued progress. I always look forward to hearing from you, and it's a pleasure.
Yes, you too. Thank you for everything. So it's been good.
You're so welcome. Take care. Okay.
Okay, thanks. Bye.